From the halls of Valhalla, watched by Odin, subscribed to by Thor. My name is Jeff Cran, and this is Valhalla Sports Talk. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live after a bad crash of our OBS broadcasting system. But we think we got it figured out. We think it's going to make it better in the future here. So, we got back just in time for the final stage of the NASCAR race here. Is currently under caution. Let me fix this little section here on the ticker here. Move that up so we can at least see the top 5 running in the race. Currently under yellow. Whew. Man, it's an ongoing learning process right here, but I think maybe we had a breakthrough when we were down there, so maybe good things come. Let's check what kind of lag we got here. About a 9-second delay here as they get back to racing. So let's get back into it. Logano leading the race as they come to green. And there they go. Logano on the inside getting a push from Harvick. Takes the lead, and then Harvick decides, I'm done with that. I'm going to the outside, and I'm going to try to take that spot from you. Here they go. Good run down the backstretch here. Logano inside has the edge on Harvick. Harvick fighting back on the outside. Staying close to him. Looks like he's going to prevail. Takes the lead. I got back just in time. Current top 10 as they run: Harvick, Logano, Blaney, Johnson, Byron, Bowman, Elliott, Larson, Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch. Blaney and Johnson fighting for 3rd and 4th. Looks like Blaney's going to prevail. Now it's Chase Elliott versus Johnson for 4th. Chase on the inside, Johnson on the outside. Chase didn't get past him, so Johnson's coming back on the outside, fighting hard. It's in front of him, and that's how they're going to settle. Good run for Jimmy Johnson and that Ally Chevrolet. Currently 3 in the channel. I think all 3 of those are computers that I'm running currently. But at least we're back. At least it's running. I think we learned something. So, good things all around. Alrighty. Logano somehow got the lead there. I guess I missed that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Blaney almost wrecks Harvick. Trying to take that 2nd spot from him. That's usually the type shit that makes Harvick angry. An angry Harvick is a good Harvick. Lap 176 to 267. We're in the final stage of the race. Blaney goes inside. Matching Pennzoil paint. Oh, Truex in the wall. Caution on the racetrack. He got in there good too. He got in hard, but he's still moving. Still rolling around the track. Got that right front about to go down. I guess I didn't realize it earlier in the race that Logano and Blaney are both driving matching Pennzoil paint schemes. Mostly because that's who sponsored this race. It is the Pennzoil 400 today here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, it looks like old Truex just had a tire go down right front. Sent him right out on the outside wall there. So under caution, lap 178 of 267. Your top five consist of Joey Logano in that 22 Pennzoil car, Harvick in the Busch Light Ford, Blaney in the number 12 Pennzoil Ford, and Jimmy Johnson up in fourth in that Ally Bank Chevrolet. And right behind him, you've got Bowman in fifth in that 88 car. Harvick, Truex manages to make it to pit road, and his crew goes to work on that vehicle. They're having a hard time getting that front tire, getting the car off the ground so they can get that right front off the vehicle. Currently got 26 drivers on the lead lap. And they haven't opened pit road yet, so the pace car is taking round. I don't know, I take that back. I guess some folks just didn't want to come in. First one to come in was William Byron in that 24 car. Try something here. Kind of like that look better. That lets us see more people in the running order there. Byron was the first in and first off pit road there of the cars that did pit. And Fox goes to a commercial break. All right, so taking a quick look at the running order. I think they're probably going to line up like this, at least the top five anyway. You've got Logano in first, Blaney right next to him, Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson. We'll have to see where Logano decides to line up on this restart. See what kind of a stream health we've got going. Still showing that we've got excellent stream health, so hopefully we got this thing figured out. I mean, we've been having issues with the internet for quite a bit, and I think it was an issue of how I had everything hooked up. So I think it was on B. Time is it? 3:51 Arizona time. All right, they're kind of going through their picks now as we sit in this last stage on who's going to win the race. And like Gordon says, he's going to watch Harvick. McReynolds goes with Jimmy Johnson. And Reagan Smith goes with Blaney in the 12. They're showing Kyle Busch is currently in the top 10 after it took him almost the whole race to get back up front, but he's up there, and anytime Kyle Busch is anywhere near the front, he's got a chance to win the race. So next week, NASCAR goes racing in California at the Auto Club Speedway. We're going to have to make a decision on whether we're going to do that race or not. All righty, pace car peels off down pit road, and here we go. We're about to get this thing started. Green flag, lap 87. Got the two teammates battling for first and second here. Harvick on the inside lane, sitting in about fourth. Jimmy Johnson giving Blaney a hell of a shove on the outside there to get him to the lead. And here comes Harvick on the inside, passing Johnson, setting his sights on that leader. Blaney is now the leader of the race. So they line up Blaney, Harvick, Johnson, Elliott at this point as they go through the tri-oval there. Heading into turn one, they go. Lots of traffic. Elliott making a move on Johnson on the outside, takes over third place, and Harvick is setting up Blaney for the pass. Blaney has about a 10th lead on the field. Still a lot of jostling in that top 10 with Kyle Busch deciding it's time for him to go. He's up to 7th. Setting his sights on Bowman in that 88 car. Harvick moving for the lead on the inside and takes it, looks like rather easily from Blaney. Moves up in his way there. Chase Elliott moving up quickly as well. He moves into third place. Harvick trying to set sail and leave them boys in the back there. He's 2/10 up on Blaney at this point. Chase Elliott decides he's ready to put Logano down to 4th and moves to the outside to try to pass him. Logano's pretty fast on the inside, though, and maintains that spot for now. Jimmy Johnson just behind those two taking a peek, decides to go up high and tries to follow the 9 car of Chase Elliott. Good racing. You got 3 Fords in the top 4. 3 Chevys in the top 6, and the Toyota of Kyle Busch. Ooh, Elliott gets a shot from Logano there, and almost wadded it up. But they keep going. Probably a little angry. At least I would be. Currently 3 people in the stream. Hello. Thank you for joining us today for our live stream of the NASCAR race in Las Vegas. Looks like Kyle Busch's march to the front has kind of petered out a little bit. He's in 7th and still behind Bowman. Harvick has increased his lead to 4/10. 80 laps to go in today's race. Comes William Byron taking a look at Larson for 10th. On the inside, working him over. Looks like he's going to make the pass. All these guys working with fresh tires, a new pair of shoes on these hot rods, moving up to the front. Harvick's lead seems to be sticking around about 4/10 with Blaney. He doesn't seem to be pulling away any longer. Look at that, in 8th place there. You got Matt DiBenedetto. I have a hard time saying his name, but that's an impressive run in that Wood Brothers 21 car. Austin Dillon sitting there in 9th, about 4 seconds back from the leader. The Childress cars will take top 10s at this point because they've had a couple tough years. Harvick increasing that lead. He's now about 5/10 up on Blaney, and looks like it's increasing. Tyler Reddick, the rookie, is currently running in 13th place for Richard Childress Racing. He's going to be pretty happy about that. Austin Dillon started 19th in today's race, currently running 9th. 76 laps to go at Las Vegas. Tyler Reddick actually just passed Larson, so Larson can't seem to find a lane that he likes. Harvick's lead is now up to 7/10, 8/10 as he crosses the start-finish line. And just behind him, you got those two Pennzoil cars, Blaney and Logano. So Harvick's got that good little lead now, approaching 1 second, but it's usually about 9-10 laps into the run that his car falls off drastically. So he gets out to a lead, and then they start reeling him in. Like a bad day of fishing. All right, you got the two Stewart-Haas teammates now battling. You got Amarola and Boyer side by side for 15th and 16th place. And looks like Boyer's still maintaining the lead there. Where's old Kyle Busch at? Kyle Busch is dropping back a little bit. He's currently 5 seconds behind the leader in 9th place. That battle between Amarola and Boyer continues. Kyle Busch searching for some grip, and looks like he's gone up high against the wall. Austin Dillon just passed him on the track, actually dropping him out of the top 10. Harvick's lead holds steady at about 9/10 of a second. And then Logano is the next closest at about 2 seconds back. Lap 72. Actually, lap 71 laps remaining, excuse me. We're not on lap 72. Matt DiBenedetto, he started in 17th, worked his way up, and he's currently in 8th, which, like I said, is a hell of a run by that Wood Brothers Ford. Keselowski looks like he's moving up a little bit too. He's up to 7th now. He seems to come on strong the later in the run they go. "70 laps remaining in this NASCAR Cup race from Las Vegas, the Pennzoil 400. Looks like Chase Elliott deciding that he wants a little bit of that Logano action. He's going to try to take over third place. He's on the inside, gets past him, and lets the car drift up to the wall and completes the pass. Top five currently: Harvick in first, Blaney in second, Elliott in third, Logano in fourth, and Jimmy Johnson in fifth. Harvick's lead is dropping now. He's down to 6/10. Blaney is turning on the steam. Like we said, Harvick's car does drop off after the longer end of the run they go. Harvick's driving the low line and Blaney's driving the high line, and they're just met up with a lapped car. And it won't be long now, I don't think, before Blaney takes the lead here. He's on Harvick's bumper at this point. Harvick drifts up high. They do the crossover. Harvick's kind of blocking a little bit. Goes to the middle of the track where Blaney wants to go. It doesn't matter. Wherever Blaney goes, he goes faster than Harvick, and he's passing him at this point rather easily. Takes over the lead on the inside. Top five currently: Blaney, Harvick, Elliott, Logano, and Johnson. Blaney's got the lead and is setting sail, moving away quickly at this point. Harvick trying to fight back, trying to stay in his wake. No avail. All right, now Harvick's a sitting duck, and he gets passed by Elliott now, so he's now in third. He starts out really good. I mean, just got a short run car. You know, that's always been a deal in NASCAR. You either set it up for the long run or the short run, and today apparently we've got a short run car. So Blaney now has a lead. He's 6/10 in front of Elliott, and Harvick's dropping pretty quick. He's a second and 2/10 back. 64 laps remaining at Las Vegas. They're talking about how pit stops are coming up for those cars that did not pit. So, like, the top five didn't pit that last go around. So they're going to have to come in here in a little bit. Elliott getting racy, and he is on the quarter panel of Blaney, and he wants that lead. He's on the inside, Blaney on the outside. They're both running about 169 miles an hour. And they're running side by side at this point. Elliott on the inside, and it looks like he gets in front of Blaney, and he's going to slide up, slam the door, and take over the lead. .62 laps to go. Your current top five is Elliott, Blaney, Harvick, Logano, and Johnson. Chase got up there and made that pass quick. Got right on his rear bumper, kind of shook him up a little bit, cut to the inside, and away he went. Blaney went down to try to block a little bit, but it didn't work. Kyle Busch remains just outside of the top 10 and 11th at 7.99 seconds behind the leader. Harvick radioing to his crew chief that he is plowing into the turns. In other words, his car is tight, doesn't want to turn. Chase Elliott checking out now, about 7/10 in front of Blaney. Harvick sits about a second and a half behind the leader. Excuse me. 59 laps remaining in the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas. Chase Elliott in that number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet continues to lead. Eric Almirola is the first to head to pit road. In that number 10 Smithfield Ford. So far, he's the only one to come to pit road. I'll be trying to short pit a little bit there. Elliott's starting to encounter lap traffic as he makes his way around the speedway. He's increased his lead to almost a full second over second place Blaney in that number 12 Pennzoil car. Couple teammates fighting over 7th place here, William Byron and Bowman. And Byron's going to take that spot. Started 9th on the day and is currently running 7th. Kyle Larson headed to pit road at this time. All right, Harvick currently in 3rd, and he's got Logano coming up to take that spot from him quickly. Harvick staying to the inside, and Logano kind of staying in his tire tracks until they get to the turns, and then Harvick goes low and Logano goes high, and looks like the high side will prevail. Joey Logano moves into 3rd. For now, I guess Harvick's still fighting on the inside, but they should clear out right about this turn right here. Boom, there he goes. So 55 laps to go. Current top 5 are Elliott, Blaney, Logano, Harvick, and Keselowski. Kurt Busch in that one Monster Energy drink vehicle Chevrolet comes to pit road. William Byron coming up through the field here and sets his sights on Jimmy Johnson in that 48 Allied car, his teammate. And he will succeed. He will take over 6th place, sending Johnson to 7th. Keselowski now passes Harvick like he's standing still to move into 4th. $54 to go. Your top 5 is Elliott, Blaney, Logano, Keselowski, and Harvick. Byron passing Harvick now. So Harvick is dropping like a rock. Elliott's lead on 2nd place Blaney is now 1.5 seconds. Johnson is the next to make Harvick their bitch, and he's gonna try to pass him on the outside. Harvick tried to stay on the apron of the racetrack, tried anything to go faster, but Johnson just kind of shadowing him, and it'll just be a matter of time before he's the next one to pass him. Johnson to the outside, Harvick to the inside. Sliding through. Harvick looks like he's about to pit right now. Makes that left-hand turn down pit road. For service to that number 4 Busch Light Ford. Almost said Chevrolet there. Elliott's lead on 2nd place Blaney is starting to dwindle a little bit. It's currently at 1.2 seconds. Whoa, you got Logano and Byron coming on pit road, and they almost got into one another right at the beginning of pit road there. 6:50 to go at Las Vegas in the Pennzoil 400. Chase Elliott continues to lead, but it's dwindling. He's less than a second. I think Elliott and Blaney are both coming onto pit road at this time. Jimmy Johnson coming off pit road, having completed his service, headed back out onto the track. So we'll see how these folks cycle out after this round of pit stops. All right, the top 5 have completely changed now during this round of pit stops. And while they'll continue to cycle, I'll just tell you how we sit in like that top 3 there. You got Stenhouse leading the race, Ryan Preece in second, and Martin Truex Jr. in third. Kyle Busch currently on pit road as well. Stenhouse continues to lead in his brand new ride for this year. He's currently driving that 47 Kroger car. He started 22nd on the day and currently first, obviously. "47 laps remaining in the race. You've still got 4 cars that have not pitted. Caution on the racetrack at lap 47 for Chase Elliott. I'm not sure what happened to him. They haven't shown yet, but he was the reason for the caution. It looks like the ass end of the vehicle is torn up a little bit. So Elliott was going kind of slower. He had Logano shoot to his outside, and he just lost it. It might have been a tire that went down or something, but it's weird. You don't see like the ass end of the car roll around like that when someone's not hit, but maybe it was an air thing. But currently under caution at the Pennzoil 400 in Las Vegas. Elliott manages to get the car around to pit road and is approaching his pit box at this time. Like so far, all they're doing is putting some new shoes on that Napa Chevrolet, adding some fuel, and they send him away. So it looks like you have another one of those situations where guys that have just pitted will probably stay out under caution here. That group will cycle through because I don't think the top 4 have pitted yet. Pit road currently closed as they drive by on lap 46. Currently 3 people in the stream. Welcome. There will be more racing at Vegas today. We won't be covering it, but the Xfinity Series got rained out yesterday at Vegas. So after this Cup race ends, those Xfinity boys will get out there on the track and finish up their deal from yesterday. All right, so in this race today, we've had 6 leaders, 21 lead changes. You're listening to the team communications from Harvick, but I can't really hear it because I got the TV turned down so low. All right, the pits are open right now. Stenhouse peels off. I'm not sure who that is in that 37 car. Priest. JTG Dougherty Racing is both of these cars. So you got Stenhouse and Priest both race for the same team. All right, so 44 to go. And we go to commercial a little bit. I'm going to grab a beer real quick before we finish up this deal. I'll be right back. Alrighty. I am back. 43 to go. The Pennzoil 400 in Las Vegas NASCAR race. You got a nice cold beer for the road trip home. They're pushing that Priest car that came down pit road off track, so something must have happened there. Currently 3 people in the chat, and I think they're probably all my computers. That crash really hurt us because I thought we had a little juice there when I was off. We offline there. We saw we had over 100 views on the stream during this race, so that would have been probably our biggest number so far. But what can you do? What can you do? You got to deal with that technical stuff. Chase Elliott decides to bring that Napa Chevrolet down to pit road for some cosmetic repairs at the ass end of that car. So the ticker right now, I'll go down the top 5 here. You got Stenhouse remains in first. Nemechek in second. Blaney in third. Logano in fourth. And Byron in fifth. With I'll add number 6 too, because that's my boy, Kevin Harvick in sixth. Now Stenhouse and I think Stenhouse got brand new tires just now, so he's going to be sitting pretty here when they go to restart this thing. Currently 25 cars remaining on the lead lap. I don't know what Nemechek's doing in second there or how he got there, but that's a severely underfunded team sitting up in second place with just 40 laps to go. right. Like we're about to go green here. Green flag is in the air with 42 to go at the Pennzoil 400 in Las Vegas. Everyone fans out in that top four there, and we've got just a jumbled mess as they go into turn one. Logano on the inside looks to be taking advantage of it all, and he moves to the lead. And he drags Harvick with him. So Harvick, Logano, and then it's 3 wide behind them fighting for position. I really thought that Stenhouse car would do better on the restart. He must have spun his tires or something. Blaney's behind him and pushing him like, get the flip out of my way. All right, so current top 5, Logano, Harvick, Stenhouse. Logano, Harvick, Blaney, Stenhouse, and Nemechek. That front row did not hold serve once they got going again. Looks like at least initially here you're going to have a battle here with Harvick battling those 2 Pennzoil cars. Couple cars coming down pit road. 39 to go. Harvick decides he wants some of this lead action. Starts lining up Logano. Logano and William Byron and Keselowski get into it, and I'm pretty sure that the 24 car just gave him the finger as they went down the backstretch. Blaney in the 12 is reporting a tire issue of some kind as he rolls around in 3rd place just behind Harvick and Logano. Logano's lead is 1/10 of a second over Harvick. Kyle Busch currently in 13th and in a whole mess of traffic and jostling around like Kyle Busch does, trying to move to the front. And he moves up a spot, passing Hamlin. Harvick still trying for the lead there, goes low, riding on the apron. Logano comes down and kind of blocks that charge. And Harvick, I think, came off the gas a little bit because he dropped back a little bit. So he's going to dump Logano here pretty quick if he keeps blocking him like that. Sixth place, you've got William Byron and Nemechek battling. Byron looks like he's going to take that spot. Harvick again looking inside of Logano. Everywhere he goes, Logano goes to block that move. Matt Benedetto continues to have an impressive run, still sitting in 8th in that 21 Wood Brothers Ford. Harvick again following Logano down to the apron. It's right up on his bumper, trying to figure out how to get around him. If Blaney's having trouble, he's sure staying with him. Showing a replay of Jimmy Johnson a couple laps earlier running into the wall, bouncing off. Yeah, the side of that number 48 Ally Chevrolet looked kind of flat. It not really torn up, but he definitely hit that wall a good little bit. Jimmy Johnson racing Kyle Busch for 11th place, goes to the inside of him, and looks like he'll take that spot. And then the crossover occurs, and Busch passes Johnson back right on the other side of the track. 32 to go in the race. Harvick kind of maintaining about a 10th on the track to Logano, who still leads. Good shot at the two Richard Childress cars back there, and they're both jostling to try to get past Truex. Emmerich looking racy in that number 8 car for Richard Childress. And Truex comes back and takes the spot back. So this track, it seems like cars are good on one end but bad on the other. So it's kind of interesting. At least they're passing all the time. Box goes to commercial. Logano continues to lead with 30 to go in this race. Currently 4 people in the channel. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Had some technical difficulties at the middle of the race there, and our operating system crashed here. So we thank you for coming in after we got back online. If you haven't, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel. Please help us grow. We've just started this thing out about a month ago and trying to get better and better. 29 laps currently remaining in the Pennzoil 400 from Las Vegas. Like Harvick's dropping back quite a bit from Logano and falling into the clutches of Blaney. Harvick going high, Blaney going low. Top 10 seems to have settled down quite a bit. All right, Harvick somehow has gotten back up on the ass end of Logano here, and it looks like he's going to look to pass. And the TV coverage goes away from that action. Truex seems to be moving up just past Boyer. Harvick just can't seem to find a way around Logano. He gets right up to him, and then whenever he tries to make a move, Logano either goes down to block or Harvick has to let off the gas, but it'll be like less than a 10th, and then it's a 10th and 2/10, and he's still fighting, though. "26 laps to go, and Harvick is again on the back end of Logano, going high. Logano goes low. Come on, Harvick. Logano's kind of been the same too. He kind of peters off after a few laps here. So hopefully he peters off in about 21 laps and lets Harvick pass him. Harvick continues to try the high line there in the turns. And the top 3 just remain steady. Logano, Harvick, Blaney. You've got a Pennzoil car sandwich with Harvick in the middle. Jimmy Johnson looking at that 38 car, goes to his inside. That's J.H. Nemechek. Passes him, takes the spot. So now Johnson is in the top 10. Keselowski and Bowman fighting for 7th and 8th place on the track, with Bowman going to the inside of Keselowski. He's at about the midpoint of his car, but just can't seem to finish the pass at this point. 22 laps remaining at the Pennzoil 400 in Las Vegas. Whoa, Jimmy Johnson. Well, that's a replay of him passing that car earlier. Kind of encouraging if you're a Johnson fan that he's up there in the top 10, battling at least for a top 10 finish. Stenhouse currently in 4th, about 2.5 seconds off the lead. Leads a group of Byron and Bowman, 2 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets, battling for a top 5 position. Logano's lead on Harvick is now up to 0.5 seconds. And Blaney's right behind Harvick. Actually looking to pass him at this point. This is the number of laps where Harvick's car usually kind of falls off the cliff today, so. They're running side by side now for second, with Blaney on the inside, Harvick on the outside. I think he'll probably get him in this turn right here. Yep, and Blaney takes over second place, Harvick in third. Team Penske's Fords are now currently in first and second place, both carrying those Pennzoil paint schemes, which always has made me wonder with NASCAR how the title sponsor's car do so well, but $17 to go at Las Vegas. Currently, you got Fords running 1, 2, 3. Chevy's running 4, 5, 6, along with 2 more Fords in 6th and 7th. So, Fords and Chevys up front. The first Toyota is Kyle Busch in 11th. So, with the way the Toyotas dominated last year, on these, especially on these 1.5 mile tracks, both Chevy and Ford have to be pretty happy after today's race, because it bodes well for them for this first half of the season. Little battle in the back there between William Byron and Stenhouse. They're battling for 5th and 6th, it looks like. 15 laps remaining in today's race. Alrighty, up front, it looks like Blaney's thinking about he wants a piece of this lead action. He's moving up on his teammate. Currently 0.3 behind him, but closing fast. Comes the other Penske car, Keselowski. He's up to 6th. Blaney trying to work the high side here to get past his teammate. And he's there. He's within 0.2 now. Got to have a battle of the yellow cars. Probably for the win here. Going down the back straightaway now, and he's closing even further. He goes inside of Logano, who's trying to hug the wall. And there he goes, Blaney to the lead. Logano tries to cross him over by going down onto the apron. Woo, I thought they were going to get together there. Logano's not done. He's back to the inside. He's trying to get right under his quarter panel there, but Blaney is in the lead. Coming up on some lap traffic, trying to extend that, and it looks like he's about to set sail in a second here. Whoosh, he makes it through that turn. And away he goes. For the top five, currently Blaney in first, Logano 3/10 back, Bowman, Harvick, and Byron round out your top five. They're showing where Bowman passed Harvick here, and he passed him like he was standing still. So Harvick's car is going backwards. Wow, Bowman's got a little something here in that Chevy. He's moving up right now on Logano. Trying to take second place with 10 laps to go. Logano might be Blaney's best friend if he can keep battling Bowman back here, because Bowman is on a rail trying to get to the front. There we go for second. Bowman moves up, passes Logano rather easily to the inside, fades out to the wall, sets his sights on that number 12 of Brian Blaney. 9 laps to go, 8 laps to go. In the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas. Bowman trying to wreck the Pennzoil party today. William Byron passes Harvick, dropping him to 5th place now. Bowman's starting to encounter lap traffic as he tries to catch up to Blaney. Seven laps to go. Bowman currently 6/10 behind Blaney. Turn 2, we've got a wreck. Ross Chastain in that 6 car. Subbing for the injured Ryan Newman. He gets the car going. Doesn't look like he hit anything, so he might have just spun out. Doesn't make for an interesting end here because everybody's going to come down pit road. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to go to the restroom. Something fierce. Washed my hands. Back I am. Cars coming down pit road, and this is setting up for a huge ending here. Everybody coming down pit road. Do you get 2? Do you get 4? What do you do? Looks like everyone's putting on 4. You got Blaney getting 4 new shoes. Byron doing the same. Logano and Byron in the 24 both stayed on the track. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Depends on how long they, how many laps are left by the time they get going here. But you're going to have a lot of slower cars in front of cars with brand new shoes. So it looks like the first cars with new tires are going to be Johnson, Truex, Jones, Blaney, and Harvick. Wow. Forgot to put my little yellow flag up there. So you got, let's go through the top 10. You got Logano, Byron, Stenhouse, DiBenedetto, Reddick, Dillon, Wallace, and Keselowski that did not pit. Then you got Johnson, Truex, Jones, Blaney, and Harvick that did pit, taking you through number 13. They're probably going to get this going with 1 to go, I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but... yeah, so the cars that pitted are lamenting that not enough cars came. I'm shocked that they didn't either. There's going to be another wreck in this race, I think. Showing 3 laps to go. Three to go. Toyota Camry pace car is pacing the field. So can Harvick come from unlucky number 13 in 3 laps to take this deal? Fans are standing up. The pace car is off. We're about to go racing. Green flag is in the air. Stenhouse giving Logano a good push on the outside. Logano drops to the inside as soon as he clears the field. And now you got a mess. You've got 3 wide from second on. 24 of Byron is blowing smoke for some reason. Dropping quickly. Logano checking out. Jimmy Johnson on the apron trying to make up spots. Harvick doing the same thing. 2 laps to go. Logano checking out. Has a 2/10 lead over the field as they cross the start finish. White flag, 1 lap to go. We got cars around. Caution is out. And we're about to do a green-white checker. The 24 of Byron is in the wall. The 12 of Blaney is smoking hard and wrecked. They're saying Logano wins this race. I thought they had to get to like a certain point on the track before it was... Anyway, Logano's the race winner. That was stupid. I mean, they weren't even at the start finish when that thing came out. Pagano wins. Harvick ends up finishing 8th on the day. That was dumb. Yeah, I really thought we'd have a green-white checker there. I'm not really sure why they called that so quick. I guess because he took the start-finish line. The next flag wins it. So if they would have called the caution before he hit the start-finish, it would have been a green-white checker. But not today, boys and girls. All right, Logano wins at Las Vegas. We'd like to thank folks that did show up for the stream today or that watched us, or they might be watching us later. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Help the channel out as we try to get going here. A new YouTube channel. And we'll probably be back. I'm not sure if we're going to do the NASCAR race next week or the XFL race, but we'll figure it out. But we're going to shut this deal down. You guys have a great day.